Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Dissecting the Macabre. Today we're going to be talking about The Exorcist. Really quick, before we get started though, I got two things I want to say. First one is obviously a thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description box and it'll tell you all you need to know. Second thing is I just want to remind everybody, I'm probably going to put this at the beginning of every one of my videos this week, so sorry if you're having to hear it again. But a bunch of us horror channels are planning to do a pub crawl style streaming marathon thing on the 17th and the 18th to kind of boost everybody's watch time and potentially get some smaller channels introduced to a wider audience and get them some more subscribers. So at least, even if we don't get all of the channels over that minimum threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, everyone will be very much closer to that goal. Just in case you don't know what The Exorcist is about, The Exorcist is about a girl, Reagan, who gets possessed by a demon. Her mother seeks the help of two priests to give her daughter an exorcism and save her. As I'm sure most of you know, The Exorcist is based on a novel of the same name written by Peter Blatty. I think that's how you say his last name, not sure. But that novel was based on an exorcism performed in 1949 on an anonymous boy. They've given him a name of Roland Doe, so The Exorcism of Roland Doe. So the exorcism was inspiration for the book, which was inspiration for the movie. But the director, William Friedkin, tried very hard to remain true to the novel and to the real life exorcism in his movie. He tried to remain true to the things that were said to have happened to this boy while he was possessed by a demon. And at the time, hopefully I'm citing this correctly, I really should have written it down. I read this somewhere. At the time, I think it was one of 3 exorcisms in the United States that was sanctioned by the Catholic Church and recognized by the Catholic Church as a incident of demonic possession. So that's pretty interesting. He really did withhold a lot of information from his actors in order to get reactions that were genuine, or there was a lot of kind of, I guess you could say, abuse going on in this movie. Ellen Bernstein, I think that's how you say her last name, I'm actually not sure, or Bernstein, who plays Chris, Reagan's mother, was injured on set when a stunt coordinator like jerked her too hard. She was in a harness in one of the scenes where Reagan slaps her across the face and she flies across the room. So her her screams in pain in that scene were actually genuine. She like fractured a rib or something like that. And there are other things too, like in order to get a genuine reaction from Jason Miller, who plays Father Karras, Friedkin told Miller that the pea soup vomit, which is a very iconic scene in the movie, was going to hit him in the chest. And, you know, it actually, you know, hits him pretty square in the face. So his look of disgust is very genuine. There are a couple other instances like that, and I definitely suggest you look them up because they're interesting, especially when you go back and watch the movie, when you know little things like that. That's why I love stuff like commentaries and behind the scenes and stuff, which actually I have watched The Exorcist with the commentary on a couple of times, and he doesn't really mention any of that any of that stuff that he did. As far as themes in this movie, a lot of them are pretty straightforward. You've got that age-old battle between good and evil, between, you know, a church-going person, a priest, holy person versus the devil, demons, things like that. This is mostly shown in Reagan, who is an innocent, pure, very sweet little girl who gets possessed by a demon and does a lot of vulgar things, says a lot of vulgar things. I mean, the whole thing with the cross scene is very, very graphic. Helps perpetuate that idea that if this innocent little girl can be taken over by a demon, then nobody is safe. You also have themes of questioning of faith, which is represented by Father Karras, who, as we are introduced to him in the movie, he is going through his own crisis of faith. He sees a lot of bad and horrible things going on in the world, so he's wondering, you know, why is this allowed to happen? Why doesn't God do anything about this? So obviously that is a huge point of conflict when he's approached by Chris, who isn't religious really at all, to help her daughter, and turning to Father Karras is really the last resort. Leading up to this point, Chris takes Reagan to all these doctors to check her out physically and mentally, and even tries like psychiatry and hypnosis before turning to the church, before kind of admitting to herself that, you know, maybe this is not a mental illness, maybe this is not a physical illness, maybe this is something else. So they both Chris and Father Karras have to come to terms with the fact that there are actual demons in this world, and their faith comes into play in defeating this evil. So upon its release, The Exorcist was met with a lot of really positive views, people citing it as deeply disturbing and horribly scary, although not all of it was positive, of course. Then though, The Exorcist is always on every single must-see horror movie list, scariest movies of all time lists, and so many people I know too, that were lucky enough to like grow up and be watching movies at this time as a kid cite The Exorcist as the movie that got them into horror. It was the first movie that scared the bejesus out of them. It was actually the first horror film to be nominated for Best Picture, even though it didn't win Best Picture. It won 2 Academy Awards in 1974. In the 1974 Academy Awards, it won Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Sound Mixing. So if you don't own The Exorcist, or for some reason haven't seen it yet, you can check it out on Amazon, so I'll leave an affiliate link for that in the description box if you want to check that out. If you do click on that link and watch it through Amazon Video, it does help out the channel. That's why I put it down there. That's also why I put that it's an affiliate link, just so you know. So I always feel stupid saying this. If you've seen The Exorcist, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it, and let me know how it fits into your horror journey. Are you one of those people that this was like one of the first horror movies you ever watched, or was this the first horror movie to scare you, that sort of thing? Let me know that also in the comments section. As always, you can find me at all the normal social media links, social media places. The links for those are in the description box. Nailed it. You can also find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com. There's a continuation of the discussion of themes and analysis of The Exorcist up on my blog right now. You can check that out. You can also find me on morbidlybeautiful.com as a contributing writer, and I'm also making appearances now on Morbidly Beautiful's YouTube channel. You can't get rid of me, I'm everywhere. You can also find me on patreon.com/nightmaremaven if you want to check that out and help support my channel. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!